The world of fishing is a very interesting one. Fishermen spend hours or even days searching for the perfect catch, and over the years, many amateur fishermen have told stories of their one big catch to impress friends and acquaintances. However, these days, with the internet and cameras everywhere, it's getting easier and easier to document evidence of monster hauls. With that in mind, we're going to be looking at 10 of the biggest catches of all time. Number 10. The largest lobsters are caught by dropping baited traps into the sea and waiting for the lobsters to pounce on them. Despite the profit potential, lobster fishing is frequently regarded as one of the world's most dangerous professions. Fishermen have become entangled in the lines used to haul up traps, and this can prove fatal in many cases. Despite the risks, hundreds of people contract the disease every year while helping to make the big catch, and in 1977, a crew of fishermen died after becoming infected with the disease. A massive marine lobster reportedly caught in 1926 was said to weigh an astounding 51 pounds, but this fish was never officially confirmed before it became dinner number 9. Number 9. The largest catfish, the aptly named Mekong giant catfish, which lives along the Mekong River between Lower Mekong in Vietnam and the Yunnan province in China, is one of many notoriously large fish. However, due to severe overfishing, they are currently a critically endangered species. The monstrous Mekong was over 9 feet long and weighed an astounding 650 pounds when it was caught by a local fisherman on January 18, 2019, and experts who verified the catch said it might not only be the largest catfish ever caught, but also the largest freshwater fish ever caught overall. Number 8. A whale shark in Pakistan in 2012. More specifically, they did not catch, but the already dead female simply washed ashore. The length of the shark was 40 feet, and this little one weighed more than 15 tons. To get the shark out of the water, it took 2 construction cranes, which were sent by the local authorities. This monster was acquired by a local businessman, ostensibly to justify the efforts of the successful fishermen and the cranes. They failed to establish the cDNA of the whale shark. They failed to establish the sea. An enormous catfish was reeled in from the waters of Italy. Number 7. Giant catfish recently happened on the River Po. After measuring the length and weight of the fish, the anglers were beside themselves with happiness. They improved their personal bests and set a new world record for catfish. The length of the huge fish was 8.76 feet long and weighed 280 pounds. However, it is believed that this is not the biggest catfish that has ever been caught. According to various unofficial data, a catfish weighing 880 pounds was caught. Number 6. The biggest marlin is a species of fish most easily identified by its long, pointed nose and amazing speed. Marlin, which weighs more than 1,500 pounds and can swim up to 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers per hour. Several species, including the white marlin, are severely endangered due to overfishing, but back in 1970, many people were learning about exotic fishing opportunities for the first time, and the upsurge in popularity would lead to one of the biggest catches in history. A group of anglers was out on a char fishing trip in Oahu, Hawaii. The group was out on a char fishing trip to catch char. Number 5. The largest sea bass, also known as the giant sea bass, is a critically endangered species of bass that is most prevalent along the Gulf of California. These enormous fish can reach 7 feet in length and weigh as much as 500 pounds. They are known to eat anchovies, croaker mackerel, sheepshead whitefish, sand bass, and even crab. But regrettably, they are also fairly common prey for several scavenger species. It should come as no surprise that thousands of amateur and professional fishermen take to the water every year to try and get their names in the record books, because bass fishing is a huge industry and everything from video games to stores has taken their namesake from the sport of bass fishing. However, that's no easy feat, as the current world record has been in place since 1968, when giant sea bass was caught at Anacapa Island. Number 4. According to analysts with the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the largest crab has the distinction of being the most dangerous employment in the United States. The brave men and women who risk so much for this lucrative career, and those whose lives revolve around crab fishing, live for a moment like the one in the spring of 1980, when a crew of Alaskan fishermen pulled up a single crab weighing over 33 pounds. It was said at the time that the one crab could have fed a large family for a week or more. To this day, the incredible catch remains the largest individual crab ever caught. Number 3. Many of the entries on today's list might very well be fish that you've heard of or even eaten in a fancy restaurant, but this next fish is one that not everyone is familiar with: the alligator gar. It is the largest species of the gar family, a type of fish that dates back to prehistoric times and often gets dubbed a living fossil. They glean their name from the obvious physical similarity that they bear to an alligator. The similarities don't simply end there. The alligator gar is one of few fish that are capable of breathing both air and water, and they can grow to lengths of 10 feet. While these bizarre fish used to be fairly widespread, their ranges shrunk considerably over the years, and now they are most common in southern regions of the United States and parts of Mexico and areas where they still occur naturally. Number 2. Now it's time for the day's best pick. The finest choice of the day is number 2, which is possibly one of the biggest and oddest things we've ever seen. This thing doesn't have much of a name, actually. This photo depicts one of the most notorious fishing-related public scandals. In 1995, a large commercial fishing rig risked the lives of its crew in an attempt to bring this enormous creature back to shore, but when authorities arrived, they didn't receive the praise they expected. The creature was immediately deemed the property of the Russian army and even academics. Due to the lack of documentation surrounding the incident and the circumstances surrounding it, it is widely believed that the creature was part of a biological weapons plan that was abandoned following the Cold War. Number 1. The largest shark. From Hollywood movies to a week at the beach, if you yell out "shark," you will have people running in every which direction. Believe it or not, there is an entire industry filled with brave men and women who make it their goal to get up close and personal with these infamous carnivores. In case you didn't know, shark fishing is a very real and very dangerous pastime. While there are many legal thresholds in place to protect vulnerable species, it is possible to acquire a license to take part in this larger-than-life version of fishing. And while most people aren't exactly hauling in great whites at the end of their lines, some pretty big sharks do get snagged. What is the largest fish you have ever landed? Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.